Hey, what's going on YouTube? Dennis here, and today we're going to be looking at a dividend tracker software to help manage our dividends. Now, if you're like myself and absolutely love dividends, this might be really exciting for you. Now, we're going to hop on the computer so you can kind of see the back end of this software. I'm actually going to take you step by step on the sign up process too, so you can see how that works. But what's really cool is this was actually put together by a couple of friends of mine, one of which is JJ Buckner. He is also here on YouTube, and he does a phenomenal job of sharing his insights with his dividend investing. So what we're going to do is actually hop here on the computer and see what this tracker is all about. Now, I will have a link for them in the show notes down below if you want to check out this website. It does help support out my channel so you get more free content just like this, and you're also supporting other content creators, which is always really, really cool. So what we're going to do is be here on the main page. You can see here it's called thedividendtracker.com, and it says the ultimate dividend tracker and stock analysis tool. So we're going to go ahead and click on get started here, but just as a quick synopsis of what this is going to look like, this is kind of like one of the main pages you're going to see here when you log in. And again, you'll see this at the end towards the finishing of signing up. But some of the features it has is knowing how safe your dividends are, building up the dividend portfolio, staying in the loop as well, which is really nice, and then paydays when you are expected to get those paydays from your dividends. Now, of course, there is more when it comes to the back end, and more features coming in the future as well too, which is going to be a really, really nice thing. So let's go ahead and click on get started and fill this information out. So I'm going to put the information here, which is my name, my email, and then I'm going to create a password and then click on the terms and conditions right over here if I agree to them, and then we're going to go ahead and register our account and move on to the next step. So from right over here, it does look like it's going to send us an email to be able to verify all of that. So we're going to hop onto our email, verify, and then jump right to the next page. Boom. And just like that, I went ahead and verified my email, and it took us right to this page. So the sign up process on this is super simple and very easy. So I actually want to go ahead and show you some of the different features that this has for you so you can kind of get an idea of how this all functions. Now, this starts you off on the free version. There is a paid version that will come with extra features as well. So just something to keep in mind, but I highly recommend just trying it out to see if you actually enjoy the service. And honestly, for somebody who's a dividend fan, I'm excited to go through this process and fill information out. So what I'm gonna actually do is kind of click on this next thing. I'm gonna take myself off screen for a moment so you can actually see the full picture of what this all looks like. There's a lot of cool information that you can go ahead and plug in. Obviously, we don't have our portfolio in here just yet. So what we're gonna do is add our portfolio here on the left-hand side. We can go ahead and do a manual portfolio, or if we do the premium version, we can do an automatic portfolio, which I will upgrade to the premium version to get this feature plus a lot of other great ones as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade to the premium version, and then what we'll do is get to the next page so you can see some of the cool features that it's gonna have, as well as including my M1 Finance portfolio, which if you've been following on this channel, you'll actually see how this actually pops up on here versus what you see on M1 Finance and all that dividend information that we're gonna get. So real quick, actually, before I go ahead and upgrade to the premium version, just so you know, in case you do go through the process of signing up, to be able to upgrade, you just go ahead and hop over to the billing right over here on the left-hand side, and then you can choose to either pay yearly or you can go monthly. If you go yearly, you actually do save 20%, and you're gonna get all these additional features right over here. So you can go ahead and click on subscribe, whichever option works best for you, and then go ahead and fill that out so that way you can get the premium edition. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out, and then I'm gonna go back into the page once it's all gone through, so that way we can go ahead and add in our portfolio. All right, so I went ahead and added in the premium edition now. So what we're gonna do is go ahead back to adding our portfolio, which is a little off screen here for us. Let me see if I can actually get this a little bit better. There we go. So that way I clicked on add portfolio here, and now you can see here automatic portfolio is going to go through and be highlighted for us to be able to add in. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my M1 Finance portfolio, and we're gonna see you on the next side. All right, so I went through and added my M1 Finance portfolio in here, so you can see it's about $65,900 or so. We had a couple bad days in a week or so. For some reason, my marker is not working on this website, but you can see right over here our current dividend yield, our yield on cost. You can see our January estimated income, and then our annual income as well, which is kind of on par with what I was expecting to make based off of what we have right now. And what's really cool here is our current holdings all pop up here on the site as well too. You can see the amount of shares, your price, and then your gains or losses. I couldn't think of that for a second. And then average price. You can see your current dividend yield, annual income, and then yield on cost, which is what I also like to pay attention to. And what's really cool about this site too with the premium version is that you can actually see the grade on here as well. So there's a couple different factors that, you know, put together kind of give you this grade, and this is determining for people who are curious if like that dividend is going to stick around. So you can see Apple has an 88 or 88 number out of 100. You can see some of the lower ones here, like 49 or even 25 for like Ross. Obviously, historically, they have cut their dividend before, so that could be a good reason why. You can see a couple of the reasons when you click on that number too. So it's really cool that you can kind of see that information. You can go to your payout calendar right over here. And you can see based off of, everything you have, like in January for 2020, estimated to make about $53.40. February is estimated $37.51. And then March is estimated to be almost $100. And you can see where all that comes from. Now, of course, these numbers will change in real time when you update your portfolio based off of, more deposits you're putting in, companies increasing their dividend payouts, or even dividend cuts as well too. So that thing can change on a regular basis as well too. They do have information about diversity on your portfolio, which is really cool. So you can get an idea if you're over leveraged in one area or lacking in another. So you can kind of just pay a little bit closer attention to those things as well too. So I actually really like that. They do also have a calculator as well too. So you can plug in some information, get some ideas of what you want to do and what you want to achieve. Here on this channel, we do a lot of calculations as well. So we love kind of getting ideas. So we can definitely use that in the future to get ideas of what it's going to be like. They even have some other features coming soon, which is kind of cut off screen. Let me see if I can cut myself off there. There you go. You can see future values right over there. And then again, a couple other features like a screener, some goals, and some community stuff coming in the future as well too. So if you want to check them out, like I said, I will have a link for them in the show notes down below. You can definitely sign up. You saw it was super easy to be able to do that. It does help support me and other YouTube creators here on the platform as well for using this, as they are the creators of this as well. So you're supporting a lot of like local stuff, which I think is really cool. So hopefully you'll see more of this in the future. I'll talk more about them as well too. I'll have a link again in the show notes so you can do that sign up, but it does help me out and others as well in that process. But hey, if you want to keep focusing on dividends and paying attention to those for the long term, so that way you can be earning, hundreds if not thousands of dollars every single month in dividends, I want you to actually check out my next video. I'm going to put it up here on the screen on this side so you can keep on following along with more dividend news and information and education. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.